you've got a lot to do. You've got you've got a business to run, you've got kids to keep track of, dinner to make, dishes to do, laundry to be done. You've got meetings to host, you've got products to send, you've got all of these things going on, right? So how do you do it? How do you do it as a mom? How do you run a business and be a great mom? Well, this is actually the number one question that I get. It's not like about emails and it's not about marketing, but it's like, how do you even do it? Well, my name is Michelle Gifford. I am a mom to five. I've been running a business since I've been a mom for 16 years. And I've learned a lot of things to do and a lot of things not to do. And so this video, I want to share with you my 7 time management tips that are really going to make a big difference in how you run your business and how you run your home, because we have to run our home like we want to run a business, right? Like we have to be prepared. And if we're not, then we lose a lot of time and we waste a lot of time and we get really frustrated because we didn't plan and we didn't prepare. So if you want to be officially a part of Business Mom School, it's my totally free way to grow your business online. All you have to do is text BMS to 951-309-7885 and you'll get 2 emails a week. One with training and worksheets and assignments for you to do every week to grow your business. These are short, these are manageable, these are actionable. 2, you get a social media and marketing update email with all of the updates that happen, whether on Instagram or Pinterest or TikTok, all the places. And I also send you trending audios for TikTok and Reels. So this is my totally free way to help you grow your business. So if you can click the link below, or you can just text BMS to 951-309-7885. So listen, I'm a mom. I have a bunch of kids. So I know it can be really tough. But I think a lot of times we hide behind the fact that we are moms, that we do have a lot going on, that our days can be unpredictable. And because we hide behind that fact, we say, oh, we just have a bunch of kids, so we can't get anything done. We can't plan, we can't schedule. That is just simply not true. We have to learn how to plan. Now, I am a creative person, and so planning used to make me nervous. And seeing my day pull, I'm like, like when I look at my Google Calendar and I see all the spots marked off. But what it has done is it's given me a lot of peace of mind because I'm able to know when things are going to happen. I can pencil them in, I can schedule them in and know that it's going to work. And do I change things around? Absolutely. That's the beauty and the joy of being a mom and also running your own business. You do not just grow a business accidentally, especially as a mom, especially as a mom. Your business isn't going to happen. You have to have the self-discipline to show up. You have to plan and then you have to do it. We need to stop pretending that this is just going to magically happen. No, this is going to take a lot of consistent effort and work, and it can totally happen and you're going to do it and it's going to be amazing. But you have to be intentional about it. Okay, so let's get into my 7 tips. Number 1 is plan on Sunday. So it doesn't have to be Sunday actually, but it's what works for me and my family because I don't work on Sunday. My husband doesn't work on Sunday. It's kind of when we're low key. Our kids don't have activities. We've gone to church, we're kind of like away from the week. And so on Sundays, we take a minute to see what's coming up in my week and what my husband's week is going to look like. And then my kids, what are the big things in their lives? Do they have games? Do they have any concerts or, do they have practice or whatever? But just having that touch point on Sunday that everyone can talk about the things that they are doing and the things that they need help with. And we can know going into the week what we need to do. This really helps get everyone on the same page. It also is really unifying. I mean, we sit around the table at dinner and just say, hey, what do we have going this week? So that we can make sure our kids understand they have games this day and they need to go to grandma's this day or whatever. And having that just to talk about it, it just brings a lot of direction for the rest of the week. And this brings me to tip number 2, which is to get the team on board. So when you're a mom and you have these big goals for your business, one of the things that we can get trapped in is feeling like we have to do it without anyone knowing. Like we have run this business in secret and no one's ever going to know that we're actually working on something, because if anyone found out that we were doing our business alongside of motherhood, then they might judge us and they might think that we're not good moms. But listen, some of my favorite times is when I have told my kids, hey, I have this big launch coming on. So I'm like, these are my goals. I hope I reach them. If I reach them, we're going to go out and get ice cream. It doesn't have to be big, but just to get your team on board of what you're doing. So if you know that you're going to be going to a conference in a week or so and you have to speak. This is happening to me. Let your kids know that, and they can be thinking and they can be helping and say, oh, remember, mom has to work on this. But if you pretend like it's not happening, then it becomes worse. Things get bogged down and things slip in. Your kids want to support you. They want to make it. I mean, maybe you have toddlers, they don't care one bit. That's true. But as your kids get older, they actually want to help you and they want to be a part of what you're doing. So don't be afraid to talk to you about them and get them on board. Okay, that's with your kids. Now your husband. If you can be very, very direct and clear about what you need, a lot of times our spouses will come and help us. But if we don't tell them what we need, and then we just become mad because they're not reading our minds, and they don't know we're mad because we never talk to them. So if you can be clear on what you need and clearly communicate that to your husband, your spouse, your partner, your kids, and also your support staff. So maybe you have friends that help you with carpool. Maybe you have grandparents or family that live close. So if you have big things coming, you can let them know that you might need a little extra help. Number 3 is to put everything in your calendar. So if you look at my calendar right now, you will see a lot of different colors and a lot of different days are all filled up. And I have just realized that I am a better mom. I am a better business person if when someone asks me to do something, I put it directly in my calendar. And so if I am at the dentist's office, the doctor's office, and I'm booking another orthodontist appointment, I put it immediately into my calendar. That way I don't miss things. And that way when someone's like, hey, can you meet this day? I don't overbook and double book myself because I put it directly in my calendar. A way to keep this even more organized is to color code things. You can have different calendars. You can have calendars for your kids' stuff. You can have calendars for your meetings. You have calendars for your work time so that you can schedule that out. So for today, I have 3 meetings after this video, but I scheduled in, I'm going to create YouTube content for this hour. And then I have 3 hours that are going to be taken up with meetings. And then I have lunch. And that is all scheduled in. It's all on this calendar so that I can plan. You'll notice here, I'll show you. See? That's just the first 4 hours of this workday. And what that does is I don't waste any time thinking, what should I do next, right? I already know. If I make that promise to myself that I'm going to add it into my calendar, what it does is that you start getting into the routine to expect that you put things into your calendar. And then you can also add people to the calendar event, like if there's a softball practice or whatever that you need your husband's help on, you add that in. Next is create work hours and routines. I know you have kids, so yeah, things come up all the time. Me too. But in general, I do have some really good work routines. I know when things are coming. I know the time that I work. And I know that my kids are done with school at 2 in the afternoon. Now my kids are all at school right now. When my kids weren't at school, I knew that my kids took naps after lunch, right? From about 12 to 2. So I knew that I could work during those hours on most days. And so I would schedule my work time for then. So it doesn't matter which stage you're in. You can set up regular hours. And yes, you're going to have to adjust, but get over that. That's going to happen. And don't get mad about that. Just know that's going to happen. But we need to schedule these set work hours so that we get in a rhythm of showing up and working for our business. And yeah, there's going to be days that are interrupted, but the more you do them, the more they become a routine and the more your kids realize what's happening and they're on board. So don't be afraid of setting up work hours and make them fit for your lifestyle right now, and then change them when you need to change them. All right, this one's a little bit funny, but it is something that's very true. If you have time away from your kids where your kids are busy, maybe they're watching a show, maybe they're at school, maybe they're at a friend's house, do not do things that you could do with your kids there. Okay. So for me, this means that I'm not going to clean. I'm not going to do laundry when I have time by myself. Okay. So if I have time by myself, I'm not going to spend all my time cooking and cleaning because that's stuff I can do with my kids. If I have time by myself, I am going to do the work that I can only do when I'm by myself. And that's videoing, it's doing podcasting, it's doing meetings. Those are the type of things. Because when my kids come home, I can clean. I can be cleaning while I'm talking to them, while I'm helping them with homework, those kind of things. But I try really hard to spend my time when I do have alone time on the things that I couldn't do if my kids were there. All right. Next is automate as much as you can. So there's so many beautiful things that you can automate. I would love to know what you automate because I'm always looking for ideas. So put those in the comments. I automate welcome emails. I automate my Google Calendar. So like if someone signs up for a Zoom call with me, it automatically goes on my calendar. I don't even have to touch it. I automate meetings. I have a company meeting every Tuesday morning, and that is already in my schedule. It's automatic. So, what kind of things in your life can you automate? Make sure you use that. There's so much technology out there. We need to be using it to our benefit, right? To do more so we have more time to do things that we want. And next is to outsource. Outsourcing makes a big difference. If you're running a business, you probably are trying to do it alone. And there are so many things that you can outsource to other people that maybe would even do it better than you. So you can outsource a lot of things that you can outsource groceries, right? Like you can just order groceries and have them delivered. You can outsource your branding. My marketing agency does that. So we could do that for you so you don't have to worry about it. I outsource my accounting. I outsource my legal stuff. And then my agency does a lot of outsourcing for people, right? We do blogging, email marketing, Pinterest, and social media for people. Those are all things that you can outsource that you don't have to be an expert at. But think about the things that you're doing in your business and how you can hire someone else to do them. This could be hiring your oldest kid to watch your youngest kid for a couple hours and give them $15. Like that is outsourcing. But look at all the things that you're doing that someone else could step in and do without much effort and see what you can push out to other people. All right, my friend, I am really big on time management because we just don't have time to waste. We have too much to do. We have too many people counting on us. We have a business to run. We've got these beautiful, wonderful kids, and we want to be there for them. And to do that, we need to be very disciplined in how we manage our time. I hope these 7 tips helped you. If you have a tip that was your favorite, leave it below. I will be choosing a few of you to send you some Business Mom School boxes. And I hope that you're subscribed because we will see you next time.